Wait, wait. Hello, 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 hello. Okay, just wait. Let me paste the link in the Discord. After that, we will start today's stream. Okay. Yeah. And today I've changed the setup. Yeah. And today I've changed the setup. So let's start. Don't know why the stream is buffering. Okay. Hello, 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 hello. So good evening, mates. Today is day 68 of my DSA journey. In today's stream, what we will be doing, like there are things that I wanted to talk about is that for the next 4 or 5 days, what we will be doing, like not for the 4 or 5 days, but for the next 2 or 3 days, I think we will be just studying some concepts, right? As I have found the videos which I was following from Striver, right? We have done, we have started doing with the problems. Like even in these uh, lectures, he have like shown how you can solve problems. You can using recursion or recursion function, or how we can get the answer by parameter, right? Like there are so many concepts, so the words may get mixed, and yeah, I think today we can pick a problem, right? If that problem will allow recursion, we will first try to apply recursion on that. That is reverse reverse an array. I will have to rewatch the video a little bit. And I think not. I will not be watching the video. In this problem, we have to reverse an array. But I think that we can do it using recursion. Even if it's not mentioned here, but I think we can apply recursion, right? Okay. Hi, why are you coding? Why don't Hello Yogesh. Madan. Hi, why are you coding? Why don't you gonna do master AI future then why you don't do AI? Um, okay. So, do you even think that if we are going to learn about AI, don't you think that we need a scientific mindset, right? As even if you will be given a chatbot or any AI tool, how you will be able to use that, right? Like how you will be able to give prompts based on parameters, or what are the restrictions, or like there are 3 or 4 things, right? Or what are the things on which that prompt should be just right. And there are two or three more things. Though AI is AI, you can never trust the yeah, and yeah, most of the time AI gives wrong result, man. Like even for the basic thing, I found that it gives errors. Hello Rahul, welcome to the stream. Um, right. But in recursion, what happens when we will like we are starting, right? So in the starting, we will be more working on the concepts, right? Instead of solving the problems, the first things needed is to be working on the concepts, right? Right. Um, I think for the next 2 or 3 days, I will be using the notebook to do the things, right? Hello, Shadow. Welcome to the stream, man. Okay, Rahul Kohli. Yeah, I have just made some changes in the setup today, right? And you can see I'm just sitting on a chair right now, so it feels good. I think I should zoom in the camera, right? A little bit as okay. Mm. Or leave it. I will be back in. Just give me 1 minute. I will be back with my notebook. Right. Okay. Mm. I felt recursion was not that hard, but yeah, there are so many concepts, right? As there are so many ways we can write a recursive function, or how we can use the values which the function returns, or like there are 3 or 4 ways, right? So I think what we should do, we can do this problem, reverse an array, right? In which we will be taking, as I've got to know, whether even without taking 2 pointers, we can do it using 1 pointer, right? And okay, should I start doing it with that, right? I think, hello, Abhinav. Welcome to the stream. Which college, bro? I'm from Chandigarh University. Am I audible? Bro, if you use Quad AI premium version, it will be do it as we tell the chat since we said more custom. But in future, they develop it and they do the work you are studying now with minimal cost. Why do they approach? Mm. But when I think for some of the things, we should not use AI, right? Like we should not use AI for just like we should learn AI, but we should not use that for studies, right? We can use it for planning, or we can use it to study some mini concepts, right? Um, okay, so We were talking about this, right? Reverse an array. I just want to ask, can it even be applied, right? So English. Okay. And you can tell me about how you felt after like learning linked list, right? How was the experience? Um, as even if it's a linear data structure, right? I'm not asking the solution. I'm just asking, can we apply a recursion in this or not? Uh, okay. You know what I was thinking? Like for the I was thinking if it is not in the parameter, right? That was the case. Okay. Um, so we will take integer I, right, as 0, and j, not j, we will just take I, right, and we have I. If at any point, if vertical string, thanks, um, hello Murphy, welcome to the stream. Hello Dipto, welcome to the stream. Vertical stream, good. I'm doing good. Like this problem was, solved by Striver. Like he did show how we can solve these type of problems where we are reversing the array. I was having the idea, but I thought if it's available on any platform, so that we can also mark it as, yeah, we solved any problem, right? So, and yeah, we'll do the dry run maybe on the Excalibur, or maybe I will do it on the notebook, or we will also do the recursion tree, right? As I have found, there is another way in which we should draw the recursion tree, or how the recursion call is making another recursion call, and what is happening in that, right? So if at any point I is more than or equals to n by 2, right? But here we don't have n, right? How we can do that? Um, okay, so we can do this, right? But wait, while I is less than n, but how we will get the n, man? So we will have to take another. Hey, I was. Hello, man. What's the agenda today? Today the agenda is to solve this problem and learn new concepts in recursion, right? In which we will be reversing an array. I don't know if this problem allows that or not. Just that's what I'm asking right now from the chat GPT. Hey, I was thinking here. I was asking about the one pointer approach, right? Like, not if we don't want to use two pointers, can we do that? As here, it did said that okay, we will initialize j with the last element. Thinking here we have j. Can't we only use one pointer in that? But I think we don't have and right. So we will. I have to take j, and we will do I plus plus j minus minus l. And at point when I will be equals to j, we will just say okay, stop the. But when we don't have the n, right? Okay, but in that case, that will behave as an pointer, right? Alpha function. Okay, okay, okay. Mhm. But in this case, we I think not. Okay. Okay, it's all automatically being calculated. I was thinking like there was a different type of style of this, but here we can use take the arrangement, right? As number of elements, and when I is more than or equals to n divided by 2, right? Means half of the array. So here we have I 0 and n is equals to array dot size. Mm, we will have to do it. We have to return, right? Mhm. Then if it's not true, right, then it will keep swapping array of I and array of n minus I minus 1, right? And array of I, n minus 1, sorry, array of n minus 1 minus I or n minus I minus 1 will be the, it will give the value, right? As I will keep increasing so that we will get the next values for the second pointer, right? As here, if we are on second index value, then like we are on second value, then n minus I minus 1 will be the second last value, right? Um, and then after that, we will be on the third value. N minus I minus 1 will be the last third value, right? And when it will be, it both will come at the same point, then we have to return, right? As we have to stop the job. So here we are doing first, we are doing the swap array of I with, oh man, why don't you use it in your workflow then doing coding as AI women get very fast. Whether big companies hire you, if they do ask you the what cost. Yeah, you are right. You are right in that case, but I don't think so. If you are learning DSA, it can help in smaller topics, right? I'm not talking about the developer workflow. Sorry, the workflow, right? As here we are doing learning publicity. Your advice is right. Right. I'm not but those can happen in those cases, right? But these things needed to be done like this, or maybe we can use AI just for sometimes, right? Um, okay. Then after that, we have again called the function reverse array. Here we are passing mm, n and I plus, right? That's n. And hello Akshay, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, man. Array I plus one, right? So I will increase, and then we have again recalled the function, and here we have passed the array, right? I think in that case, after I plus one, we will be on the next index of I, and then we will have I. We will again check for this. This will not be true. Then we will swap array of I with array of n minus I minus one, right? This is behaving as the second pointer, but it's being automatically calculated. Hey, just wait. I wanted to check something. Swap array of I with array of n minus n. Okay? So behaving as the second pointer, but it's being automatically calculated. Okay, I think is my voice coming in a bad way? I feel that my voice is coming in a bad way. Um, well, just wait. Let me make some changes. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, I think now it will be fine. Hello. Though I am. Okay, wait. Hello, is my voice coming? Though I am BTech third sem. Any tips how to get started with DSA? It's overwhelming. Akshay, you know, I think you have good amount of time, right? Mm, Uh, what I did first, initially I started with a playlist, right? I started with a playlist from Upno College, but after time I found that there are some gaps in the playlist. So what I did, after doing some topics, right, when a intermediate topic like the medium level topic started, then now I have just made a switch to Strava's playlist. I think if you have time, I think you should give try to the Strava playlist, right? As if you have time, you can give time to Strava playlist. Right now, I've just started with this Recursion playlist from Strava, and I think before starting with DSA, first you should, you know, the language in which you will be doing the DSA. First, I think you should make that language stronger, right? As you should, like, you will pick any language, right? So in that language, first the fundamentals should be stronger, right? Then after that, you can come into the DSA, as it is a prerequisite. And this was the mistake that I did before. Yeah, yeah, I do have C, but I think if in the second or third sem they will start with the Python as yeah. But we can't rely on the college, right? That's the case. Which language do you recommend? Uh, this question is a very bad question, right? Uh, you can go with any language, right? In which language you are comfortable or you find that this language is good. But I think, like, you will, you go on other people's team, they will, um, yes, ma'am. If I will be able to answer that question, then yeah. Hello, Uttiya Pulkat, right? What's your name? You can pick any language, man, in which you feel comfortable. Or but there are points, right? Like people say, you can go with a language that is statically typed, right? Like C++ or Java. Like in C++ or Java, what happens? There are some hard rules, right? Like there are some rules which are set. Like if you will see about JavaScript, it is a dynamically typed language, right? In which, um, yeah, I've listened that oops. If you will be good at do oops, then I think that will be good, right? How hard is to get a job with no experience with development background? Never done any job. So, yeah, three admissions. Mm, okay. There was a guy who also did BA, right? And he just wait. He's also on the LinkedIn. I've seen his video. The problem is, okay. Just wait. Let me just do a search of. Like you will have to find those companies where that degree is accepted, right? As this is not the case for skills, right? In India, like most of the companies, I think around 90% of the companies are asking for other degrees, right? As if you have done BCA or other degrees, then I think you will be able to give sit in the interviews, right? Even if you know a lot about technology, the problem is the criteria, right? As they do ask for other degrees. this is not the case of if you are good enough to do the work, right? But I think there are some startups or some other type of companies in which you can apply, but there. Um, but what do you think? What will happen there, right? When they are not asking for the degrees, there is something, right? They will ask for, and that will be you should have to be stronger at the concepts, right? Or or like there are things in which you will have to be stronger, right? Because the competition will be more there. As even they have said that we don't need the degrees, right? We just want the person who is good at the things. Or I think you are getting my point. Yeah, I was just finding that guy, right? Yeah, this was a guy. He did got a job like as a software engineer. He had done BCA, sorry BA, and I think he did have posted about how he did got the job, right? And he got a work from home remote job. Okay, right. If you want, you can check out this video. We also have a LinkedIn profile here. We have shared what things he have done, right? But the problem is not in the degrees, right? You will have to eventually find those type of companies where, and I think it's not that much impossible, but it will take time for you to find those type of companies, right? Um, Maybe not TCS, maybe another company, right? Where they allow other degrees. Um, even I will have to. I think I will have to do MCA for what? For just if for just that I should be able to sit in the interview, right? As if I have just searched about TCS Ninja, in which we don't need that much skills, but we need that degree, right? To just sit in that, right? Here you can see TCS Ninja, where they're asking for B or BTech or MCA, MTech or other degrees, right? And if you have even just started with the first year of BA, you can do the things which are asked uh, in these type of job roles. I think in this they pay around 20 to 25 K, right? Even for this, they are asking for these type of degrees, right? This is the problem with the Indian system. Um, okay, so I was trying to fix this problem. We are not trying to solve the question. We are trying to understand a concept, right? This function series. Okay, okay, it will be. Hmm, okay. it will work as I, right? So we can use this helper function. Uh, okay, how did you open it? I don't. Oh shit! From where it got opened? I just want to. Mm, okay, now it gives that right. In this part, we have to pass I, right? I. Okay. This will be as the I, and I we don't have need to do this, right? This is the problem. And we are starting the Java DSA from now. And in the basics, one want to start from zero, planning to buy the start simple course from certificate from Java Stack Guide. Start 3.0 is from Sharians, right? Start 3.2. But what's the problem in the YouTube? As don't you find YouTube good for the learning? Okay, but what's your thought on this? Like we have good courses on YouTube. Why you want to purchase this course, man? And if you want, you can try this course. But I think first you should try the courses which are available on YouTube, right? Okay. But I think they have covered the fundamentals, right? First, they started with the language. Um, but do you think that this is true, right? Do you think that this is true? That how they market the things as you will just learn DS in 4 months, right? Do you think that? Yeah. But when if you want, the good thing is in YouTube is that suppose there's a concept that you're unable to understand from a specific YouTuber, then you can make a switch, right? And even in this case, you can make a switch. Just you will have to pay some money, right? But do you think that the way they are marketing that you will be able to learn DSA in just 4 months from scratch to the advance? Do you think that that claim is good, right? But yeah, they are shown what they will be covering. As I can see, they have first started with Java fundamentals, and I think arrays. Then, man, I had seen this guy for the first time. This or even this course. Success. And this guy is just new on the YouTube, man. How haven't you find any good course rather than this person's school? Sorry, course. Yeah, if you want, you can give a try, right? But I think you should have review. You should have a review of this from like more, three more people, right? As how the older people used to learn DSA, right? That's the case. Like how the people before us used to learn DSA, right? I think they also would have gone to the YouTube as my what was my approach in the starting. I was used to like study from Apna College, right? This playlist, but after a time I find that there are some gaps. So like when she was starting with this recursion, I have just made a change to a new playlist that is from Scriber, right? Like here we have that, but if you want, you can go with the course Java full stack. Okay. Okay for the backend, right? Um, but don't you think that these things will be the same even in our other language? Or if you are just focused on the Java, right? There I think I have seen some good channels. Like there are some people recommended me good channels for the Java. But even if you want after that, you can go with this course, right? But you said that you need Java for the backend, right? There's a guy, like he's the guy, you know about him, right? If you want, you can go with this guy, this guy. Like you can give it this guy a try, and here. But I think even this is paid. Okay. Yeah, if you want, you can go with this course, man. But I think for the Java, you will have to learn some other things, right? As here, he is just covering the basics, right, which are needed for the DSA, right? And even it's mentioned that it is an ultimate DSA course, right? But for the Java, you will have to learn it from other sources, right? If you are just talking about Java for the backend, that's another case. Okay, I want to do Java. DSA plus Java full stack is the best for clear both things. Okay, but need to explain in English language. Man, I haven't done a research, but if you want, you can join my Discord. Here you can ask from people. I think there are people who are doing Java backend, or I think I should recommend you a guy. Right, there is a guy who is learning Java. I go to his streams. You can, if you want, you can go to his streams. He's indie developer, and okay, just wait. You know why I'm not giving you the advice from my side, because I think I should not give advice on that thing which, oh man, where's his channel is gone. His channel is gone somewhere. Wait, let me find his channel. Mm, just wait, just wait. Yeah, this is the guy. You can go onto his channel. He do live stream at late night, right? Like what I do, the things I don't know about, I recommend people to go onto his streams, right? As yeah, you can go and ask it about this thing from this guy, right? He's a very great guy, and you can check, you can try and ask from this guy, and he's learning at what we say advanced backend, and he's also a working guy. I think he can guide you in a good way, right? For this case, for the backend, as I haven't done a lot of research by my side for the backend, so I think that's why I should not give you the advice, right? So yes, but yeah, if you want, you can go on to his channel, right? He's like I also do go on to his channels on a daily basis. Here I am a moderator on his channel, right? Like I've seen people, I've seen people giving random advices, right? Just based on their current understanding. They just suggest, okay, you just go and yeah, this is fine. This course is fine, and you can just start studying about Java, and this will be enough for full stack. But sometimes the case is different, right? That's why sometimes we need good people that who can help us, right? To like know the difference between, is it like good for the full stack or not, right? That's why I will recommend you can go on to his stream. I think he will stream around 10:30, right? That will be more good for you instead of I am giving you the advice, right? And thanks for coming on the stream, man. Um, Okay, so what we were doing, I hope you got my point. What I like try to say. What do you think about the course part 6.2 for the? Okay, man. Even if even if some of the resource will be good, I think even I will be taking it for. I think even I can use it to learn, right? But for that, you know what you can do. When you will go on to his stream, you can just tell about my name. Okay, my name is Atharva. You can just tell about him that yeah, right. Then he will easily recognize you like from where you are coming, right? Zero to production. System design. Yeah, I think he can guide you in a very good way man, about these things, right? And I will not show that yeah I know about these things or the topics which will be included in that as I haven't jumped into the backend, right? And what do you think, man? Um, um, I'm in the third year or the fourth year. Can you take a guess about it? Uh, hey, can you take a guess in which year of college I am right now? And what about you? And like in which year of college you are? Right? Are you in the second year or the third year? Me? No, man. I'm just in the first year. Just the first semester started. This college has started this month, around 8th of August. We did have the first online classes, and right, that's why you will find that okay, why this guy is not giving the advice, right? That is the problem. Welcome to the stream, bro, just for fun, right? What about you, Suresh? Okay, I'm in third year. Oh, and if you want, you can join my Discord. Here you can share what you are doing on a daily basis. Maybe you are working on a project. Maybe even if just a part of it is completed, you can share that, and we can have a review of it, right? And there are also the people like us in the Discord who are in different stages of the college, and some of them are even working. So you can connect with them, and we can have interaction. Or like I'm trying to create a community of good people who can help each other grow together. Yeah. And even you can try chat gpt for that, right? But to know the reality, like how the what are the things are being asked in the interview or how the trend is going, right? I think this guy is good for that as he's a working guy and he's in a very good position, right? Like in terms of learning things or how we have organized. And this is not his okay main channel. Like this is another channel of him, and I think I should not make some things public like about him, as I think yeah you can ask him from him Uh, right. Wait, solving this. One argument. So we have to pass. That's the company. Okay. Should not. What? Okay, here we have to call the reverse array function, right? And but this is not the thing. We have to do the dry run, and the new concepts will now come that we have to learn about how this code is working, right? We can ignore this. We can ignore this thing. We'll just assume we already have the I, right? Integer I and the array. And okay, function of already. But man, you in which year and what DSA topics you know already? Oh, wait. Hello, Blaster. Welcome to the stream. Now I know why. Okay, I will definitely ask him later. You in which year and what topics you know already? I'm in the first year right now, and I have just. Yeah, thanks for coming on the stream. So yes. So I have just started with the college this month. The college I've started, and I have covered some basic topics like arrays, vectors, strings, and you can say 2D arrays, right? But that was from Apna College playlist. Now I'm doing recursion. I'm learning recursion from Stringer, right? I have picked this playlist from Stringer. Right now, I have just solved this problem. In this problem, the point is not to solve the problem, right? Like not just to submit the code or just get the answer. Here we are learning about the concept, right? And that's what I will be doing now. And thanks for coming on the. Okay. I thought today I will not be taking any problem, but yeah, I did take an problem. In which I think I will be able to do the thing that was being teased. Okay, this thing I should find that lecture in which he was telling about. But this is for the sum. This is not the video, right? This is just for the sum. in which we learned about parameterized and functional recursion. In this parameterized, we just return the answer from the parameters, right? And this is the functional recursion in which we return the answer from the main function, right? Like in that, we do use cout statement to print it from the main function. I will do rewatch it. So functional recursion. I think this was the yeah reverse an array, right? Okay. Like what he did, he instead of using two pointers, he did use one pointer approach, right? That's what we have to learn about how this recursion is working in this case. And in the main, we have passed 0 and n minus 1, right? So, okay. Okay, we have to do the dry run. Like how this is working. We have passed array, right? And the 0. And 0 is what? 0 is the index of I, right? And n is equals to here we have taken n, and n is equals to array size, right? Like the number of elements present in the array. Every time we are taking array of I, that is I starting with a 0th index, and swapping it with n minus I minus 1, that will be in the starting, it will be the last value, right? We swapped 1 with 5, so we got 5 here and 1 here, right? Then we did make a like, function call again. I will recommend you to study web development from Java to reduce completely from Java approvals. Yeah, I have left Apna college, man. Apna college was just they have so many issues, right? Even supposed I was supposed to start with DSA, sorry, Recursion around 1 and 2nd of August, but I got a realization there are so many things that are missing in the Apna college playlist. Then after that, I did think let's make a switch. So that's why right now I'm learning from Striver playlist. And the way here covering the concepts is way different from how Apna college is doing the things. Right. Reverse loop. Hello home design with me. Yeah, we can do it using reverse loops, but the thing is that we have to learn about the recursion approach, right? How we will apply the recursion method. And a chair code is very great, chairman. The logic he gives for the things, even if he's just giving advice, right? It feels like, yeah, that guy's right. I did have started learning C++ again from that. Oh shit. Okay, right. Chai or C++. This is pause night. Like I have done the basics, but from I did have done from Apna College. So I don't think they have done the things in a way that it should be needed to be done. That's why. But man, what happened with you? And like, what was your case? That why you did left learning from Apna College? I want to know your story. Like, from at which point you just dropped the idea from uh, of learning from Apna College. The problem I found was they even didn't have covered the basics of that particular language in a good way. They have just did it in a fast track mode, and they even have just not did teach us about time complexity in a good way. Or we can take the example of containers, or what we call collection framework in JavaScript, right? They have just ignored these things. Web dev. Yeah, I did have done HTML CSS, but it was from Apna College. But right now, I did have started learning JavaScript. It's just paused for a little bit of time, and I am doing it from Sharians. Right? You know about this playlist, Sharians? Okay. Okay. So in the function, just wait. Today's we have instead of using left pointer, right pointer, we will be using okay. 0 and minus 1. So L and R and R we just did it. But in this case, we just did and like a different thing, right? And yeah, what we did, yeah, I've heard about this as well, but some of our friends about this course saw thousands course equal to yeah, do DS from anywhere to just don't go in it. Yeah, man, it even have disturbed the things, right? Disturbed the way I was learning. I just believed, like I just believed in those kind their talks. But I think now I'm in a good I will be in a good position. I've started with the Striver, Spring Boot or Mud. Um, yeah. So I think the competition is more in the mud, right? Like there are so many people in the mud stack. If you want, then you can go with the Java or like Spring Boot. But like the competition is less in that, but you will have to learn a lot of things, right? As Java is not like people say these type of questions are very bad questions, right? Like should we use Mud or Spring Boot, right? They will just check about are you good in writing the code or like the making the software good, right? If you are able to do that, then I think it will not matter whether you're from Mud or Java. But yeah, it's just have become natural that they do prefer Java people more as yeah, the demand is more for the Java people, right? And for the month, you will get the job, right? Like if you are asking about the job, but the pay can be lower, right? As there are so many people who have learned about, like, learned how the month stack, right? Mhm. But Java stack needs some good amount of what you have done. Man, no, man, I haven't done both of these. I'm just a student. I just started the college. Right now, I'm doing JavaScript. And today, like what I do on the live streams, I do solve DSA problems and learn new DSA concepts. That's what I'm doing right now. Um, Usually, I don't watch lectures on the live stream, but even at this point, I'm not watching the lectures. I'm trying to understand what is happening in this, right? How the function is behaving. Yeah, that's why I'm just giving you the opinion. Like I'm just giving you a point of view, right? This is my point of view about Spring Boot or Merl, right? But I think the reality is this: Java is there are nowadays. more opportunities in Java, right? But it's I think it's more harder to learn, or like it takes more time. What we say, right? Just wait, I forget to mark it as short. On Geek for Geeks, using what we deduced here is that this is forward recursion, right? Forward recursion we did used here, right? And then tell me how, like in the main function, we don't have I. So how by using helper function we are okay. Because the main function was we can't change the main function, right? So we reduce the helper function where we are passing another value with array of that, right? But we are calling okay, okay. So I think we should continue with this, right? So we have left and right. As in left and right, we know about this is behaving as okay. Okay, this was using two pointers. Now we have the another approach, right? Where we can say it as n minus I minus one, right? That's what it we use. And again n minus I minus one. When I will increase, then when we'll do n minus I minus one, then it will be second last value, right? That and if at any point I crosses n by 2 and n is equals to I dot size, means if it crosses the half of the elements, then we have to stop, right? Now here we have not, we are swapping array of i's. Wait, this problem is reverse an array using recursion, right? So swap array of I with array of n minus I minus 1. Okay, then we do recall that function or array, right? Just for I plus 1. Here it was just for I. So but okay, we'll create the n, right? Set the function. In the main function we have cannots have started doing the other things. And in the end, when we will use the return, it will return into the main function, and the main function will return the array, right? If after in the swap state. So if I do call this when this function is called for the first time, now we are drawing the recursion tree. Even if we are not good at doing this, we will have to do it for every other problem, right? Which we will see on the sorry, which is based on recursion. So the recursion tree will look like first we did made an initial call to this function, right, from the main function, and this is the initial call. Then after that, hello, okay, it's coming. Then after that, we did swap. Okay, this is just swapping being done here. Then after that, we did re we made a recursive call in that function, and we made a call for I plus one, right? So for I plus one, it will be like this, right? As I from 0 it became 1, that means it is now have gone to the second value, right? It have gone to this value, and when we will calculate n minus I minus 1, it will be the second last value. Then after that we will apply the swap, right? We will swap those values, and 6 will become here and 4 will come at this point. Then after that we have again did have make a recursive call in this, right? Even this function, we again did have make a recursive call that is for I plus 1, right? So in this case, it is for 2, right? Okay. So we are on the third value, and n minus I minus 1 is also the third last value, right? Last, okay, third last value. And when we do swap both with each other, then after that swapping, I will increase, right? But when I will increase, what will happen? Then I will be more than n by 2, right? In that case, I will be more than n by 2. Like there will be another function call after that. In total, we make one call here, right? We first make one initial call and three recursive calls, right? We can say it like this, because then I will be equals to 3, and when I will be equals to 3, that means, right? Okay. So, oh man, people get bored, right? When they'll see things like these, or like what this guy is doing. Why he's not solving problems on the code? Yeah, I will do a revisit of any problem, right? We can pick any problem. We can do a revisit of that, as you have to maintain the streak, right? So I will pick any problem. Just from where to do backend development. Hello, Hoshino. Um, yeah, based on my current understanding, as I haven't started with the backend, but I know some of the YouTubers, right? You can go with Sharian's coding school, or maybe you can go with the Chai code. Like as I haven't started with the backend, so I can't tell you which resource is good or not. But yeah, these guys I think are good, right? Or there's another guy. Oh, okay. Yeah, I do remember your name, man. Welcome to the street. I think you have came for the third time on the channel, right? But man, I haven't started the backend yet, so I can't give you the. I think I should not give you the advice. I can just give you the advice based on my current understanding, right? So I think you can go with Chair Code, or if you want, you can go with Sharian's coding school. But I think Chair Code will be good for you. I think you're just starting, right? Chair Code. Just wait, right? And I think you should. How you do? What? Following this driver? Yeah, I have just started following this driver before, and before this, I was following, you know, Apna College. Yeah, but they have had some gaps in the structure they are providing. So I just left learning from this. I have just recently started with the Striver 3 days ago. Right. Right now, I'm not watching the lecture. I'm just trying to do something using a notebook. Right. As I have been told that when you are in the recursion, you should use notebook a lot to do the. You should do a lot of dry runs. How the function is working, what is happening in a specific function. Say same. Also, you also found that Apna Forest was not that good. The problem that I did found was they even haven't covered the basics, man. Even they have covered the basics of any like the programming language. Like I just directly started with the DSA. I didn't knew about the programming language, what it will be. And they just said that okay, we will be covering everything in a good way, but that was not the case. Right. Then after that, I found that they haven't even covered some basic containers like set, map, hash map, set, and other type of containers. I think in Java we call it as connection framework. Man, I have got some good input right about Parlo with Pratyush. That even he did learn from Striver. He have also told about it in one of his videos, right? Even after that, like I've seen a person was saying, even after that, I don't know why people abuse him. Like why people abuse Striver, right? Yeah, and this is true that yeah, Padlo with Pratyush have read. Then what happened with the Striver? Have you followed it before? Padding group. Okay, we can take this problem. Why not take this problem? Padding group. Right? If this will be available, we can do this valid parent group, right? If recursion will be allowed, what the string. Okay. So I think in the this code, if we see it for if this code, right, where we have 6 values, then we have make around first that will be there will be an initial call, right? But in this case, we also did have an helper function. But if we ignore that function, if we assume that we have just made a call from the main function, right? So it will be around the initial call was for this, then that we did just swap these values. After that, we again did make a call for I plus one. These values have swapped. After that, we again did make a call for this, then these and these are swapped. Then after that, we did make the fourth call, right? The third recursive call. And in that call, I was more than n by 2, right? Yes. Then we just made a return. And should I do the dry run of it using study draw? Okay, let's try to do it. 68, right? We have on day 68. Um, Here a function, and the function we are doing, we have what we have. We do have I and array, right? And we have n. So this is just a rough. Wait. we have I, we have array, and we have n, right? I'm just writing as a pseudocode, not this. We don't have to focus on the how it is correct or not, right? If the syntax is correct or not, and if at any point, right? Yeah, I becomes more than or equals to n by 2, we are just we will return, right? We will just say that okay, this function is completed, this function job is completed, and we are just using the return statement, right? But if this is not true, if this condition is not true, right? This condition is not true. In that case, we are just swapping, right? Those two values. Just wait. We are just swapping. Oh, swap. We are swapping array of I array of n minus I minus 1, right? 1. Then after that, when we will do the write the demonstrative in the next call, we will just use this in a short format, right? Then after swapping, we are again making a call for the function with I plus 1, right? As we are assuming that in the main function, we already have, okay, just the I will increase, right? In this, and this function I already have n array and I, then we are making call for I plus 1. And in the main function, if we see the main function, we do have these, right? But why did we have taken, okay, we did input n, right? So, but we will assume that we have n, right? We have n here. We have passed, we have the n is equals to array of size. We have passed array. Just wait. In the main function, we are just calling that function where we pass the values I, then array and n, right? I know it's not a control, but this is just for a basic understanding. Then when we will make call for the first time, right? But here we have to use the return statement, right? I don't know why it gets a little bit of slant, like it's a return. Okay, leave that. Then when we'll make a initial call for this function, I think we should use this color, right? When we make a call for this function, in that case, right? In this case, this function will swap values. Uh, think I should create that vector. Yes, right, right. 5 and 6, right? They're just using these values. And on the first, what will happen when we have called this function? First, this will change. Like first, we will swap 1 with 6, right? Then 6 will come here, and 1 will come at this point. After that, we have again did have make a call for this function, right? And what it will do? Now we have to change the color, right? This, but this is not executed, right? Just wait. For now, I will remove this. Then they will again make a call for this function. Like suppose here, we again did make a call, recursive call for this function. Then in that case, we are we have taken it for when we do I+1, it will be 1, right? As we have even seen in the driver how it's being done. Then for I, when I is 1, then we are again checking for this condition. So just wait, let me change the color again. So it will be more good. Then for 1, right? Because I is 1. Then in this case, what will happen? First, this condition is if condition is not true, right? If this condition is not true, then we are again using the swap, right? And in this case, we are swapping I+1 and n minus I minus 1, right? So that will be the this value and this value, which means the second value and the second last value. So 5 will come at this point and 2 will come at this point, right? Then after that, we did swap those values, right? Swap those values. Okay. But that we again did make a call for f is equals to I plus function for the function f I plus 1, right? Again, I has increased, and this time we did make another call. And in this call, okay, in this call, we are doing it for 2, right? So for 2, in this case, we are again checking for the same condition and doing the same. In this, even in this case, if condition will not be executed, and right, I haven't caused the half of the array, so then we will again do the swap of the values. We will again swap those values, right? We will again swap those values, that is I and n minus I minus 1. This means I is the third value, and n minus I minus 1 will be the third last value. So in this case, we will swap these, and 4 will come here, 3 will come here. Then after that, we will make another last call in which, right, as we will keep doing that until we hit the base case, right? So, hey, what's happening, man? Okay, just wait, there's some problems. I think if I remove this, thing will work. Mm, Then we again didn't make a call for I plus 1, right? But in this case, when we did make a call for this, oh, let me just erase some of the things, right? I already did have saved some of these things, so it will not be, we don't need this, right? Now it will be good. So in this case, when we are again calling it for I plus 1, right? Then this case function is for, we are calling it for the fourth value, right? And in this case, this if condition will become true, right? This if condition will become true, and when this condition will become true, we will just make a return, and the rest of the code will not be executed, right? And this code will function will stop recalling the function, making a recursive call again and again, and we will just directly return from this function because at this point, right, it will cost half of the array, right? As you can see. So we just made a return from this part, and now this function job is done, right? So we will just be returning from this function, right? This line will be executed, and then this is job is done. Then we will be just wait. Then for this function job is done, right? So we'll be making a return, and in this part we also did the job, so we'll just make a return from this function to here, right? Wait, here. And here this function job is done. So just wait, it's not looking good, right? Yeah, just wait. Mm, Doing this, we are returning from this function, and yeah, this function job is done. So now this function job is done. So we are just returning from this function, and now we will be in the main function. We'll just directly return the array, right? In the output, we get the array as reversed, right? First it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now it is 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right? That's how the thing is working. And even Strava did like shown how the thing in the same way. Um, this is called functional recursion, right? And in this case, I think we have made one initial call and we did have made three recursive calls. And if we count the number of calls in this case, it will be, if we count the total number of calls, it will be 1. Then it will be 2. Then it will be 3. Then 4. Okay, yeah, 4. Right. I think if we forget about the helper function, just suppose, then if array have 6 elements, we would I have me. And yeah, this problem's time complexity will be big of n, and how we are getting to know about it as I have found a way, like not a way, like even if we see how many recursive calls we are making is it's less than the number of elements, right? So and so the time complexity will be log n, right? It will be big of log n. I don't know what people are will be are thinking, but yeah, we are trying to come. Okay, okay. T plus one, right? Big of n. Illustrate and also tell how we can uh, using Recursion tree and tell the it have make total of four rows, right? And yeah, we are not in every call making two more recursive calls, right? That's why big of and I think so. Yeah, this isn't really a branching tree, right? Because each cell makes only one recursive call, and we did have seen in the Fibonacci number how it makes that. And I got to know, like when I was watching the lectures, I got to know the problem that we did Fibonacci number. It is based on multiple recursive. Like I got to know how we calculate the time complexity from this video. I think in the next videos we will be able to calculate the time complexity or even the basic time complexity for some basic problems. Which yes, okay, straight period. Right, and yeah, even in the notebook it is like this, but it's like a straight chain, right? Like there is one function awaiting to be completed, and if you had two recursive calls per like Fibonacci, then you would get a branching recursion tree in potentially exponential time complexity. Here we are doing one call, one, and that is about therefore because stack recursive stack frames, right? N number of functions are waiting to be completed. So what we should do now, man? You see, we check first string as a palindrome. Okay, this will be easy. In this case, we are just directly comparing, right? The first and the last values, and if I is increasing, then we can check for the second last value, and we don't have to check for the middle value, right? When it will be odd, the string have contained odd number of characters, then we don't have to check for the middle value. Right here, you can see when I crosses n by 2, we just make a return true. Right. In this problem, I think we will make one. Mhm. Call. Then after that, another call. Then I think it will be three calls. Right. Yeah, it's three calls. At total time complexity will be big of n, and oh, this video is not ended, man. There's nothing that we have to watch. Nothing. What I should do, I should just go on to LeetCode and we should pick a problem to be solved, right? Time complexity. Yeah. And now what I will do after this stream, I will be covering some lectures, right? After that, I think we will have some problems. But before starting with the new problems, we will again think, yeah, we will cover the Fibonacci number. I will not cover, revisit that. I will just watch the video and I will just make some notes of that. And I think it is visible, right? This is visible. It's not that much clear, right? And like for this, I will just make try to understand. Hmm, the problem is not that I'm not understanding, but the problem is that there are concepts, right? Like they're not just a single concept, like it is binary search or what. Like it have multiple concepts connected together, right? Hmm. I think today I will rewatch this lecture or make some do some practice using the notebook, and after that I will be doing this. I've watched a part of it. Yeah, man, you are right. You are right. Do just for fun. Like print all subsequences in which we try to print all the subsequences. Like I think we are trying to print all the sets, right? Uh, uh, these are all the possible sets in which empty set is also a set, right? It's like that. I will have to understand about this, and I even have this part is not yet understood as when he was doing showing the recursion tree how the function is working. how we are adding or removing the values. It was a little bit ununderstandable. So I have to understand this part, right? What is happening. So what we can do now, we can just revisit any problem. I think we should revisit. Okay, we can revisit this problem. Let's take this problem. The two sneaky numbers of digit field, right? It was based on another set, and we are just doing it for the sake of to like maintain the streak, right? It will mark it as okay. We were present on this day, 19th of August. So right. So what we have to do in this, we have we are in the town of Digitville. There was a list of numbers called nums containing integers from 0 to n minus 1, right? Each number was supposed to appear exactly once in the list. However, two mysterious numbers sneak in an additional time, right? Hello, Frozy. Welcome to the stream. It's a laptop from Lenovo. Hey, just fall into the here. Okay, just wait, just wait. And welcome to the stream, man. This is i5 13450HX, and the GPU is NVIDIA 4050, right? And it's Lenovo lock. What the model name, brother? Model name. You will find it on Flipkart if you want. You can find it on Flipkart. Okay. Okay. If you're asking for the model name, I think you should try and purchase it from an offline store. That will be more good as the sellers are very smart, right? Like, I think we should not purchase it. We should purchase it from an official Lenovo store. Oh, man, are the laptop prices increasing again? Like I can see it's increasing again. Model is, I think, this. No, it was being skyrocketing, like in the month of April, like March and April, it was skyrocketed. But again, after that, it again the prices are shooting up, right? I did purchase it, but it costed me good amount, right? Like I think in that uh, budget, I would have taken 5060 or 5070, right? Even the Lenovo Legion, I would have picked a laptop from the Lenovo Legion series. But I can see at this point, even this is becoming more expensive, man. It should not be like this, right? And I think even in the upcoming times, it will be more than this. And if they are selling at this price in the online, then when you will go to the official store, it will be little more than that. But that's fine because then you get a trust, right? You get a trust from the seller. So visiting the official store is very will be very good for you. Okay, I will give you a hint, right? Okay, it was including the other things also, not just the device, right? We got the idea, but it should have been priced not like this, man. It just costed a lot. But if you want, you can, there's a website of from Lenovo. If you want to take a risk, so you can get a laptop for like very less. But I think there comes some risk with that, like it's a hit or miss type situation, right? So I think you don't want to do that. You will purchase a good laptop like from an official store. Are you gone, man? Bro, because of these this company has thing on the, but we can't sit, man, right? But we can't sit, brother. As should we just sit and think about, just wait about, so the bubble will burst and then we will start studying, right? Like you can imagine the cost of time, right? How much time is we will be wasted, right? That's the part. So if we see according to the time, I think even if they are being expensive, we can take a risk and purchase those, as time is time also have some cost, right? Time is money. So man, you will have to take the risk. As because time is more costly, right? Like I know that will be around, the pricing is very high, but the time is more valuable, right? So we have to think according to that situation. Because of that, I also have purchased this laptop, right? I thought if I will just wait and just sit so the prices come down, or then how the learning will be done, how the new things I want to learn is will be done. They know the situation. And even they don't have the fault, man, right? As the AI companies are asking, and when they are getting 4x of the price which they are getting from the consumer, why they will sell at that price, right? We just have to accept the current situation of the, like, how the market is behaving. Yeah. But I think imagine you just wasted 1 year, right? That will not be a good thing. And imagine the other case when you will have the laptop. I think you will be in a more good position, and you will just, that will not feel like a bad thing then, right? If we see according to the time, then the ROI will be higher, brother. Can I assist? Yeah, you can go with SS, but if you want some like more good specs, then I think you can go with Lenovo, or like both are good. But there is a website where you can go, and if you want to take some risk, there's a official website from Lenovo. Here they sell, you know, refurbished laptops. But I think there comes a risk with that. You will get the laptop for cheap price, but that will not be a good thing, right? If you want, you can check out this website from Lenovo. Just you can search Lenovo refurbished, and you will find. I think you can get laptops from like half of the price, right? What for what you pay online or in the offline for the brand the new model. brand new product, right? You will get it around half of the price. But there comes a risk. Maybe it comes dead on arrival, or right. But SS is also a great one. The build quality or the things we get, the battery, right? The battery of SS is battery life. Sorry, the battery backup, right? The battery backup. And and I can understand the pain. Like what you will be paying for the 3050, right? How much is that costing at this point? Um, wait. Oh, oh, oh. Mhm. And what about the processor, man? Like which processor, which processor in that? Is it i5 12th generation? Man, they have increased the cost a lot, right? After Apple, yeah, the chances are more that you will be that lucky person that will get that, right? And what's the processor about of this? With which uh, combination it comes? And if you're going with the Ryzen series, I think you should have some comparison because there was a Ryzen series, right? AMD Ryzen series in which they have it have some issues. So I think you should try to find out if they are selling it in a little cheap price, even if we see according to the current market, right? So there can be a problem. Phones. Yeah, so I think you should take a check about. Okay, it's around. Yeah, you can go with Intel, but the problem is in some of the Ryzen series, right? Laptops. So you can have a comparison using ChatGPT. And if you will go, on offline shop, they will just say there is no problem. You don't just think about that. What you have to do, you just have to do coding. Okay, you just take this laptop. That will be good. They will just try to convince you so that you should just directly buy the laptop. But they are just making fool. Um, Man, it's costing a lot, right? Like 30, 50, 4 GB. Wait, it need. Man, even if just if you will just increase the price for just 4 or 5 thousand, you are getting some good Lenovo Lock laptops in which you will get i5 like i5 12 generation 12 450HX with 6 GBs of uh, 30-50, right? But that you will not find that in the offline stores, right? It just gives a lot of headache, man, when you try to buy a laptop in this today's market. Man, I did purchase it around April. Then it will be, I will have to again find some good laptop. I think in this sense, you will just get these type of laptop, right? As the prices have increased so much. And even for we are seeing for the SS, it's already more than the budget, right? That you are telling about. It's just kidney taking prices. We just wait. Yeah, there are some laptops from SP, but when then you will not get the graphics card, right? Or hmm, I think you already know about Acer, right? Acer Nitro or other laptops from Acer. How those laptops? There are some SP Victus laptops, but I will have to do some research on that. After that, I can tell you, okay, you can choose this or you can choose other laptop, right? It takes a little bit of time to do research on these important type of things when you are choosing a laptop. And even I was having some facing issues. That's why I thought that okay, this is enough. Now I will just increase the budget and yeah, I just made that decision. But when the prices have again, I think increased by 10, more than 10%, they said that they will just increase it 10% on every quarter month. But I can see it's more than 10%. They are not doing what they said they will do, but we can't do anything. So, and man, you are starting with a college, right? So if you want, you can join our Discord, and you can even ask for this thing. I think maybe some of the guy have purchased a laptop in this price range, so you can ask it in a Discord. And here, like when you will start with the things, you can share what you are doing on a daily basis. Maybe you will work on a project, or even if, but then you can share that. But yeah, for this thing, I think you can ask it from on the Discord, or if you want, you know about Reddit. You can go on to Reddit. There they have some subreddit by Lenovo or by Acer. You can just post that I want a laptop and this is my budget. So you will get some recommendations on that, right? What laptop you should buy, or you can just search for it. You can just see the recent post, like people have already asked for the laptops, right? So I think Reddit will be more good for you as you can get some reviews of the laptops in this price range. Like what people do, people go on the Reddit and they just fight with each other about their laptops. So I think, man, even without the graphic card, they are charging a lot of money, right? A lot of money. Even at a point, I felt that okay, just leave that. I will not purchase the laptop. But yeah, but I then got to know okay, there's a time cost. Time is more important. And I'm waiting that you are going to join the college. And yeah, and yeah, when you will join the college, please do come here and yeah, we tell about what laptop. Like okay, I think you're going to purchase it in the next few days, right? Or like soon you will be purchasing the laptop. So you can come and here and tell about what laptop you do. Okay, yeah. I will be waiting for you when you will be starting the college and what you started doing with the laptop. But yeah, even if it's starting next year, I think you can do things right. Like you can do learn new things. Thanks for coming on the stream, Rosie. Okay, so in this problem, we have to find the duplicates, right? The duplicates, we have to return the duplicate numbers. So what we did, we just created an unordered set, and then after that, we did, then after that, we did created an empty vector. In that, we will store the result, right? Okay, and we run a for loop from I to the last element, right? So that in that we first are using a condition where we not found the value in the set, right? And when we not because initially the set will be empty, so we will just put those value which are not present in the set. And when we have again check if that value is already present in the else case. Okay, sorry. The mistake, there's a mistake. This if condition will run when we will found a duplicate value. When a duplicate value is found in the set, right? Which means that value is suppose we are on one, uh, this one, okay. Then these all values will are already in the set, right? Because in that case we are inserting it into the set, right? But when we will be on this index for I will be on the third value. Then when we check for if it is already present in the set, then we got to know that okay, it is already present in the set. This is a duplicate. So we just put it into the result vector. And again for the zero, we found that zero is also a duplicate. So we again put it into the result vector. And in the end, we are just returning the result. And here we are checking count, right? If count is not equals to zero, if it is equals to zero, that means if it's not equals to zero, that means yeah, it had appeared for the first time, not have appeared for the second time, right? Because if it's not equal to zero, that means it is one, and right, that's the case. And if this is not, and if this is equals to zero, then that means it have appeared for the first time, and we just put it into the set, right? So and then we are returning the result. That is this is problem. And the time complexity, if we see we are doing going traversing it, right? And time complexity will be big of n as we are going on every other value. right? But I think soon I will be doing problems in a good way, based on recursion, right? Yes. Problem. Me, I'm in the college, man. Yeah, okay. You take a guess in which year of college I am right now. Like you have to take a guess. Am I in third year or am I in the fourth year? And I'm not doing it in a good flow today, as the topic which I have started with is its name is recursion. And if you will try to find how hard the topic is, like this is not hard. This topic is just it confuses you a lot, right? But I'm not getting confused. I am just I have to cover some lectures and to understand some concepts, right? You have to take a guess. Okay, 30. No. Okay. But this is not for the first time that I'm on YouTube. Like I wanted to do it from a long time, but I just got a laptop in the month of April, and you know, hey, are you still here, man? I thought you are gone. Okay, and yeah, I was just not having the laptop at that time. I think if I would have the laptop, I would have done some good, like some things in a more uh, good way. Right now, good way. And today, I think I would have been on a good topic. Yes, yes, I'm doing BCA, and it's in an online mode, like it's an online degree, right? But I will be going for higher studies in the offline mode. And what about you, man? Are you doing going in BTech or something, some other thing? IITN. Hello, man. Welcome to the stream. Hello, hello. But why wanna you will be at right? And do remember, right? Okay, okay. Not you. There was another guy, Pradeep Gupta. Okay, this was the guy. Yeah, it have become like a habit. Like it's like having a lunch or like when you do brushing, right? Or you when you go for the washroom. It have become like that. And yeah, for the next like from this day on for the next 2 or 3 days, I will not be solving problems on LeetCode that much. Like I will be doing some revisit. Oh, thanks, man. What about you? Okay, just wait. I will be back in just 2 minutes. Just there is a washroom break. I think I should take a washroom break. I have been sitting from around like 2 hours, right? I'll just wait for 2 minutes. And okay. Oh, great, man. Which college? Oh, okay. I'm from Chandigarh University. And what do you think about me, IITN? What do you think about me? That will not be a problem if you are a commerce student, right? We can come on to this topic another day, right? We can come on to this topic, how you can. Okay, just wait. I will be back. I will be back, guys. Just have to go to the washroom. Yes, sir. Lead code pretty good. Just be consistent. This No, I'm not on the lead code. I'm also on Geek for Geeks and Code Chef. But right now, I have started with that topic, recursion, right? And in recursion, I will be again doing some good problems, but it will just take a little bit of time, as we also have to understand these concepts, right? Right. Okay, just wait. I will be back in 2 minutes. Hello, I'm back. Um, Yes, it's for recursion for my revision, and your stream popped out at number one, so thought of seeing it. Oh, that's. But man, here I've just started with the recursion. But I think, and from where did you did the recursion? Like, was it any YouTube channel or like I'm following Striver for this? Before this, I was following Apna College, but right now I've just changed the playlist and picked this playlist from Striver, like just for the recursion, and like he's teaching in a good way. Strivers. You know about Apna College? Apna College, man. It gave me so many gaps, like learning gaps that I found. Okay, And I think I will be sticking with us driver, right? As he have covered some topics in which recursion will be there, like graph or DP, and he have covered it in a good depth, right? Hey, ITN, can you take a guess, like in which year of college I am right now? Like, am I in third year or the fourth year? Yes, 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 you're right. Yeah, even I got an input from a person that he said that even the YouTubers have learned from Striver. Like the new YouTubers who have just created some courses who are just abusing Striver, right? Even they have learned from Striver, and now they are abusing him. That's not right. I'm asking that. Yeah, you have to take a guess about me. Yeah, we did this today on the problem, right? In which we didn't understand how the function is making a recursive call, right? And this seems like similar to the way Striver does it. Looks like you are in. Oh, man, your guess is right. I'm just have started with the first sem, right? The first sem has just started uh, on 8th of August. I have just entered the college. Bro, can I learn Python before starting the college? Jerry, alright, 60 by Harvard. Yeah. So you are thinking to go into AI? Harvard. Um, you know about this guy. Okay, I think you can go with the Python, right? First, as why you will be going with this man? As when you will be already joining the college, why you will be going with this? You know about this guy? Even this guy I've told about, yeah, in a video that I have learned from Striver. Like I got to know about this from a guy, and like in a video he was saying I like he shared about his learning journey from which people he learned DSA. As you can see, right? You can see here his DSA learning journey. Here he did mention about Striver, and now like I found a video where you can see he was just criticizing his guru, right? He was criticizing his guru man, and even he's like okay. There are some other points that we can come on to. Clearing my basic and object. Okay. Yeah, if that will be your first programming language, I think that you can start with. It's your choice, right? But when you will be jumping into DSA, then I think yeah. And even like if I tell you about DSA, the language will not matter. You can do it in any language, right? Just the thing matters is if you are understanding the patterns or how we can apply different approaches or algorithms on a problem. But I think at this point you will not be able to understand this. Before this you will. But yeah, the good thing is before starting with a DSA, you should make the fundamentals of any programming language that you're picking stronger, right? And even if you're not doing DSA, that will be good. Python has said that okay, it's an easy, it has become an easy language. But I think even in Python, if you will go in depth, the things will be somewhat hard, right? Just the syntax, I think the syntax look easy. And for the logic part, I think we can go with like start with the DSA, right? As DSA is being coming in all the fields, right? Like most of the fields, this is being asked nowadays. Brother, in your opinion, which Python beginner YouTuber is video is good? Python. I think you can go with maybe this or like this is from beginner level, right? As I can see, just I'm seeing it on the screen for the first for now, and he's a good guy. So if you want, you can go for this, and they will be teaching Python for AIML, right? Or maybe code with Harry. I think it's not a very old course. Okay, it's just 3 years. Or even if you want, you can go with Chire code. Wait. Um, Chire Python. Okay. Oh, wait. I think you can go with this playlist first. That this teacher have is very good. Like he, as you can see the channel name, Chire code, right? So you can start with this playlist. Even I'm doing C++ Chai or C++, right? So if you want, you can go with this playlist. As you can see, there are not so many long videos. If you want, you can watch it in a good way. And it's even not that much old. It's just 2 years ago, right? You can just search Chai or Python. You will find out this playlist. Programming with Mosh. But man, see, I've seen that he makes clickbait videos as right. He says that okay, you will be able to learn React in one video, 1 hour. But then we found that okay, it have 8, 9 parts or but I think he is comfortable in English. Um English, right? That's why I think yeah. Like the pace will be slow, like he will go in a calm way. So I think this will be good as you are just starting, right? So I think so that you should not get overwhelmed. Okay. So if you want, you can go with Chai Python. What do you think about this? Have you seen this guy before? As he's a very good guy, and he gives good logic about the things. Right. When I got to know about the scam of like Apna College, how they are not teaching some important things. They have some gaps, right? So the resource we pick is also important, like very important. Man, it feels like I give advice in a very raw way, right? Like it feels raw. Doesn't feel. Is this guy even confident giving the opinion, right? But it's just the way I like talk with people. Um, like I will try to change my style, but the thing is, I want you to like understand what is in my mind, right? And why I'm saying that you can go with Chai or Python is that when you will find open that playlist and you will, what you can do, you can even do experiment. You can first you should go with that playlist, right? Or first you should go with any other playlist where they are teaching Python. Then you start with Chai or Python, okay? And you watch the first or second video. There I think you can have a comparison, like who is teaching in more depth or who is teaching in a more good way or the way you want to learn, right? That also matters, the which way you want to learn the concepts. I think I should end the summarize the stream now, or if you guys want to have some discussion on something, we can have the discussion. As the job of today is somewhat done, like we didn't problem, and the new concepts is now ready to be covered, right? And I think I should cover it after this, after just ending the stream. I should start with those topics with this pen and the notebook. Okay, I think now we should summarize the stream. That what we did today in today's stream was first we did a problem in which we did reverse an array, and its time complexity was big of n, right? Even we drawn a uh, recursion for that, and if we see they are making they are just making one function call inside a function, so it's in the stack memory it's like this. So like we say about time complexity is what it was equals to big of n, but I'm not clear at the right point at this point that how we are calculating the time complexity, right? I think Straver will tell about that in the next videos. um, okay, and in this we did a dry run, like how the function is calling itself again and again using this Scali draw, right? And how it is returning back, like how it's saying that if this function job is done, and we get into the main and we just return the array. We just did how we are reversing the array values, and also I did whether I'm seeing videos in which people did. Oh, those are rare cases, right? Those are rare cases. I know. I think you're talking about fries, right? Or fries, or we talk about like there are so many guys. You're talking about this guy, but these are rare cases, right? It is like that like laptop thing, and it's the probability of uh, getting dead on arrival laptop is more. Get It's like getting a good safe like good laptop is I think 0.1 or what, or even more less than that. And if you want to do that, then you will have to focus on some those type of companies, and those type of companies also require that type of dedication or that type of preparation, right? If you're ready to do that thing, I think that will be good. But there are some factors, right, that we have to think about. It can be financial reasons, or like the time we have, or the things, the responsibilities we have. Like we are in living in India, right? So things are not like the same for most of the people, right? As we know, you know about Neeraj Walia. Have you seen Neeraj Walia before? Yeah, they did the hard work, but you will have to take that in mind. Like, what are the things that will be coming the short term, or right? According to that, we can plan, or even if you can start with a basic job, right? And in that, when you will be doing the job, then in that phase, you can prepare for the next switch or the next good company, right? Then I think at that stage, college not matters, right? But first, you will have to stabilize the situations, right? It seemed like the risk. Okay, I think I've just stressed the stream a lot. Should I end the stream now? And I think I should study those new concepts. And so I should come with good topics or good concepts that we will learn about together, right? Or we will understand about, because we have to understand it in a good way. You just don't have to take topics or like, okay, this is done, or just with having maths background, without having maths background, right? Okay, is it with or without? Mm, come on, come on, come on, come on. So you want to say that you are not from the math background, right? Okay. Um, okay, I can tell you about this. Even I was also not from the math background. Like there were some things, but now right now I'm doing BCA. And if you want, you can even do it in offline mode, right? I did choose BCA online, but you can choose offline also. But there are some colleges that offer that, right? We can have a talk about this. Um, we can have a talk about this. You can join the Discord, okay? You can just send me a message in the private, or you can you can send me a message in the private. Hello, man. Welcome to the stream. Um, okay, let me share the Discord link. Hello, hello. Mm, man, I was just going to end the stream. Yeah, there were some people who were asking some questions, like they have some doubts. So I was just uh, trying to clear out their doubts and give them some. advice. So what I did today was I did this new problem in which we did used recursion, and after that we did these things. And it's important. This is not just for we are doing it drawing the things for fun, but this is important to that the brain gets to understand how function call is making a recursive function call and how we are returning from the functions and what is happening, what we are returning, and when. Let me and yeah, don't mind if I will not, you know, hey, why you deleted the message, man? You know, if you don't mind if I don't reply to the message immediately, right? As okay. So I will now end summarize the stream and just end it as so. What we did today, we just did the problem based on recursion. Its name was reverse an array. We did solve that, and it is based on forward recursion. Its time complexity was big of, and after that we did revisit a problem in which we its name was yeah, the two sneaky numbers of a digit valid. We did that. We did revisit it, and its time complexity was big of n, and we did used unordered sets in that as we are just in the learning phase of recursion and there are topics which we need to be understand. That's why we are taking not taking new problems, right? Um, and we have picked a new problem, right? So that will not. But on the lead code, hey, why not it didn't get submitted, man? Just wait. Right. So this was all what we did in today's stream, and we did one new problem on Geek for Geeks, and we revisited a problem on lead code. Its name was the two sneaky numbers of digit will. Right. That was all for today's stream. For now, you all can like the stream, and you don't have to subscribe right now. You can subscribe when you feel that this guy is learning something good, or we are learning something from him, or maybe we are getting some value from him. Then you can consider to subscribe. And for now, I will highly recommend all of you to join the Discord server. Here you can share what you are doing on a daily basis. Maybe you are working on a project. Maybe even if just a part of it is completed, you can share that and we can have a review of it. And like I'm trying to create a community of good people who can help each other grow together. That is the purpose of the community. And please do give reviews in the comment sections like what things should I improve, what new things should I come up with, should I change something in my explanation style, should I change something the way I'm explaining the things, or should I change something in the way that how I'm learning recursion, right? Or should I come up with something new? And in the end, I will just say, just you all have to okay. Wait, I think I should end the poll. There is a glitch in the that part. Like sometimes doesn't give the options. You just forget to give options. So we got 27 votes and it's 75. Okay, fine. So in the end, I'll just say keep learning. Wait. In the end, I will say that just keep learning and keep exploring new things and just starting actions and things will start to happen. Just go and start grinding and start taking actions, right? And stay hard. Just go and starting actions and stay